Hello everyone, welcome to the Academy of Code Student Starter video. Before we go into our Zoom class, I want to make sure we have a few things set up. I'm going to go to my Google Chrome, and the first thing we're going to look at is zoom.us/download. Make sure you have Zoom downloaded to your desktop. The next thing we're going to do, and this is for junior primary, is go into Scratch. Once you have entered Scratch, you are going to click sign in or join if you don't have an account already. I'm going to click sign in here. Once I'm signed in, I go on to Scratch's main platform. The next thing I'm going to do is click create. And if you are senior primary or secondary, you're going to go to processing.org. Once you do that, you're going to click on download processing. And if you're Windows, you're going to click Windows 64-bit. And if you're Mac, you're going to click on Mac OS X and download. Once you have done that, you will have processing, and this is what it looks like. Now that we have our processing or Scratch, we are going to go to the email that has sent us the link for our Zoom class. I'm going to click on this link. And because I have Zoom downloaded on my desktop, I can click open zoom.us. I'm going to join with video, and I'm going to wait until I am let in by one of the tutors. Make sure to click join with computer audio.
With the Academy of Code. I'm going to give it a little bit of time just to make sure that your Zoom controls are working okay. And then we're going to check in and see. So if you could check your name at the bottom of your screen and just make sure that it is your name. And if you hover over the top corner of your screen, you should see a blue box with 3 little dots on it. And you can click on that to rename yourself. Great. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we've done our roll call and we're going to break everybody into their breakout rooms. You'll get a message shortly on your screen to join a breakout room, and you can click on join. Your tutor will follow you shortly after.
I'm going to click on this join button.
Okay, so here we are in our breakout room. We're going to go through a few Zoom controls just to make sure that everybody's set up and working okay. The first thing that I want you to do is unmute yourself and say hello.
Hello.
Excellent, so your sound is working. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a message in the chat box. I'm going to say hello, and I'd like you to send me a message back. Great, so your chat box is working. The next thing that I'm going to do is look down at the bottom of my screen, and I'm going to look for the word reactions. We should see chat, share screen, and just at the end, you'll see reactions. If you click on reactions, I want you to give me a thumbs up, just like what's appearing on my screen. Great, your reactions are working. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you some of our lessons. I'll just share my screen now. Now, could you give me a thumbs up in reactions if you can see my screen okay? Magic, you can see my screen okay. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is, we've gone through this lesson, I'm going to send you a link to this lesson in the chat box.
Once you click on the link in the Zoom chat box, make sure that you can go down to the bottom of your dock and click on zoom.us, and it will bring you back to your Zoom chat.
Right, so while we're here, I'm going to show you for Windows, if you ever need to minimize, so for example, if you're in Scratch or if you're in some of the notes belong to the Academy of Code, if you ever need to minimize your browser window, you can hit the minus sign to minimize your browser. Yeah, you can click back in again, back into your browser. You can also make it slightly smaller. Yeah, we can make it smaller here. Yeah. Yeah, so we can see our browser, and let's make it full screen again. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to ask students to all share their screens.
Now remember, we're going to click that share screen button, and once we do that, a pop-up box does appear, and you'll notice we have desktop 1, whiteboard, iPhone, iPad, and then the Google Chrome document that we have opened. Make sure to click on desktop or screen, as we want to make sure our tutor can see our whole desktop. Also, if we need to share our sound, remember to click that share sound button, but only if the tutor asks so. I'm going to click the share button now. And
that's great. I can see your screen here now, and I'm going to send you just a quick message to make sure that everything is working okay.
You will notice your Zoom looks slightly different now that we are sharing our screen. Our different icons are now at the top of this You Are Sharing screen. You will notice there are 3 dots that say More. If I click on those 3 dots, you will see now we have one message in our chat. Let's see who it's from. Everything is good. We can click off our chat and continue to work on what we are doing now while sharing our screen.
Okay, so now we're finished our lesson. We're going to close our breakout room, and we're going to get ready for our Kahoot. So you may have a second device, and on the second device, you go into the browser there, you search Google, and you type in kahoot.it, or Andrea is going to show you here how you can split your screen. We'll go back into the main room now. You're going to get a message to go back into the main room that our breakout room is closing.
Now that we're in the main room, I'm going to show you how to use Kahoot. I'm going to slide my Zoom, as you can see, once you push your arrows on the side there. And if you need to minimize, so I'm going to slide it across, and it will make Zoom smaller for me. I'm going to go to my desktop here, put in kahoot.it, and I'm going to make this browser smaller by going to the side corner of it as well and dragging across. Now I can type in the game pin 4015594 and enter the Kahoot. We must
Excellent. So I now see that we are in Kahoot. We have our student in Kahoot here, and we're ready to go. So we can click on Start, and the first question will appear. Thank you so much for listening to our first video on how to join your first session with the Academy of Code, and we look forward to seeing you soon. I am going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to let Andrea leave the class.
So once we are done, we're going to click this Leave button down at the right-hand corner in red to stop our Zoom. I'm going to click on Leave Meeting now. And our meeting has ended, and you had finished class. I hope this video was helpful, and we will see you soon.